Hello, welcome back to Luke Automotive Services. Today we're working on an F650. F650, what the heck is that? It's basically an international truck, medium duty, 8,500 pound front axle, and doesn't look like anybody's checked the grease in this thing ever. The other side was completely dry. This one's got some black something in there. We'll be putting a new inner seal on while we do front pads, rotors, and kingpins, because that's everybody's favorite job to do on a big heavy truck. I've done bigger kingpins than this when I did stuff for Amerigas, but it's been a while, a little rusty. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this thing apart. If you want to see what I do, stick around. You guys with your cars and trucks think your brakes are expensive when you're doing your little stuff. You don't even want to know what a brake rotor for one of these things costs. When they don't get greased, the kingpins lock up. That hasn't been greased in a minute. Kingpins lock up, and when the kingpins lock up, it tears up your steering gear. We put a steering gear and hoses on this because it was leaking badly. And then I drove it, I'm like, man, this thing drives like poop. It's really hard to steer. So, new kingpins. Let's save those for later. Pull this happy guy off. Oh, I'm gonna need a bucket. Those are hot spotted. Cracked. These guys are free, that's good. Right in the bucket. That smells yummy. That bearing was about to go fail. Oh, good thing we did this service when we did. Funny thing, people will do like one part of a service and not do the other. These people clearly aren't checking their lube levels. Oh, is that a crack? Oh, that's cool. And this is why I'm doing brake rotors. That's awesome. I would say these rotors have been pad slapped 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 times. Those radial cracks were one of the things that I saw. I was like, yeah, we're doing brakes on this. He doesn't want to do brakes. Well, he doesn't have a choice. He can take it somewhere else. That's safety, guys. Clearly, we need to do more of your work because it's certainly not getting done elsewhere. And we're in. What a slimy mess. Just gonna throw this stuff right in the bucket so I don't have to grab onto it. Come on, get off there. That might be a little excessive, but kingpin. Is that a rod end? Well, that's the play in the kingpin. That's neat. What did you do, last guy? Why would you break the teeth off? They're there to stop the thing. They're there for a reason, man. Somebody knocked 2 of the tabs off instead of just taking the cap off and rotating it until it was in alignment. There really are a lot of people that shouldn't be working on vehicles these days. Just saying. Some days I'm one of them. That is disgusting. Alright. That was tighter than it needed to be. It's really only supposed to be hand tight, which is kind of weird to think about. Something this big, that's only hand tight. As these bearings get hot, they expand. So hand tight cold is not hand tight when it's hot and running down the road. Just throw that on the ground, it'll be alright. So these inner wheel seals, obviously this is a flooded lube system hub. I only use these seals once because if you try to reuse them, they will leak. And they're not inexpensive. They're a $66 seal. Oh, one second. Let's let you bring out. Whew. This seal's been done before with an Napa seal. The other one I don't think it ever been done. Look at this reluctor wheel for the ABS. What do you want to bet the ABS light was on this truck? What reluctor wheel? I don't see a reluctor wheel. Pop our seal out. Yeah, that's the same seal I just got today. That the ones I ordered were incorrect. The ones I ordered were for a 10,000 pound axle, which I didn't know was the thing. But you don't know stuff until you know stuff, so it is what it is. Probably a good thing we're doing this. Alright, so the next step is remove our kingpin. Our kingpin is this big pin that runs down through the knuckle, through the axle, through the knuckle, and then there's a bearing down here that when they're not lubed they bind up, and also the bushings can bind up as well. Our slides for our caliper are free, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and knock our tie rod tie rod end off, so that we can get this thing free. And then there's a bolt here and a bolt here, well actually a lock pin and a nut and a lock pin and a nut, and those on the other side proved to be a little difficult to come out, but let's see if this side is nice to us or if it's going to be hateful. There's a bolt or a nut down in there somewhere. Alright, let's see if our air hammer is going to be nice to us and be strong enough to knock those guys out. Oh, it's the worst noise ever. Horrible. What you doing?
Let the spring fail. Didn't get shot. Came back with some candy. Talked to some bikers. You know, Saturday.
Hung out with some bikers and
yeah,
in
literally a
Springfield.
biker gang.
Nice. That's 100%. Awesome.
They were super nice. We hung out in the candy store.
Yeah, most bikers are pretty cool. At least the ones I've met.
They look intimidating as hell, but they're generally...
They're all they like to protect kids and old people.
Yeah.
They're good people.
How's this going?
Pretty good, actually.
Now that you know the secret?
Now that I know the secret, I'm about to find out if this side's going to be as hateful as the other.
Well,
this one actually had some grease in the axle bearing though.
Oh.
It was disgusting, but it actually had something in there. Got it. Not gonna get it. Try it again. Hey, look at that, it comes right out. Give me my tool back. Nope. Come on. This is an easy swing of a sledgehammer sideways. That was easier. I don't ever get the ones that just fall out like on TV. Hit my hand. That's gonna hurt. I need to weld a handle to that. I need a bigger purse. Alright, I'm gonna let that sit overnight. We'll come back in the morning and we'll try again, because that's all you can do. Put our new seal in, cleaned up our bearing. Bearings actually look pretty good considering how bad the fluid was. So we'll drive that guy down in there. And we'll see if we can knock this pin out. Now I take the bumpers off these because it makes it a lot easier to do the work on these, and it's only 4 bolts. They come off real easy. Let's see if we can get that bad boy out of there. I don't think it's budging. She's already closed up. Heater back up. Can't hit it, there's a fender in my way. Oh, dang it. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah, I screwed up the head so bad it's stuck in there too. Woo! That put up a fight. I think we're gonna let this stuff sit here and cool down for about an hour. Ooh, I need a nap after that. Normally I would use a reamer for that, but I don't have one this size. I was able to get by with the just using the hone to clean it up. That'll work. Perfect. Let's put this bad boy back together. Ooh, I'm gonna sleep good tonight, boys. Long side down. Wedges lined up. Here's my bearing. Seal side up. Have any room for extra shims, that's good. Ha! Good stuff. Put our lock pins in with the flat towards the pin. Just straighten everything up. So we got our little washers on there. I use these pressure washers, they're kind of conical. Put our nuts in there. Tighten them down. Let's clean off our plates. Clearly this thing hasn't been lubed in forever. So we're going to clean these plates off, put new grease fittings on it, put those on, put grease into it, and then we're done with the Kingpin, we can start hanging our brakes. Grease fitting. Put our top seal on. We are ready for some grease. Put my grease down. There it is. pin back in so things are stable. That'll do. Cotter pin. Brake rotor. And caliper brackets. This is where that seal grips to. They went to a two-piece seal, so the inner piece locks onto the spindle. And the seal is actually a part of its internal function. It's gross. Luckily we caught this before these were so low that it damaged the spindles, because then you'd be looking at buying a new spindle for it. These spindles look to be serviceable because they bolt on, which is nice for when your customer does completely tear it up. There, it looks all right. Bonus. Our bearing goes in, our washer goes on, which it's got a flat so it doesn't rotate. Then our nut goes on. And with the bearing in place, it makes sure that your seal is aligned in the back. So now we're going to tighten this down until it stops. We'll back it off, make it finger tight. And then it'll be time to finish the job and deliver it, because these guys need their truck back. But it was a much smaller repair that turned into a rather large repair. But that's what happens sometimes. This truck clearly has not been getting maintained properly, and this is the first time I've ever seen this truck, or the first time I've ever worked on this truck. Tight. Back it off. And tight. I still can't believe somebody knocked the tabs on it. It's just crazy. Probably gonna have to straighten that up or something. Let's do that. Somebody really buggered this guy up. That piece, but don't know why it won't go on. Kind of awkward. Somebody just put a bunch of stake marks into it and distorted it. But it's not going anywhere, and I've got it lined up with where the flats are going to hold it stationary. That's gonna work good. Let's get our hub put on. We'll fill it with gear oil. And let's get our caliper put back on and our wheel speed sensor. Whew, all right, so new rotor, new pads, cleaned and lubricated our caliper slides, compressor piston, everything looks good. Caps on with fresh seal, new seal on the backside, cotter pins installed. Time to put some fluid in here and mount our wheel back up. And this job is coming to an end. Thank you. I'm very happy that this job is coming to an end because this one's a lot of work. So figured I'd put this up there and let you guys see a little bit of what goes into working on some of these medium duty trucks. So when you get the bill from the guy doing it, you understand how much work goes into this. And the parts are not inexpensive for these big trucks either. So clearly a lack of maintenance on this truck, but we've got it back in order, so they shouldn't have any issues with the front end on this truck for a while. Hopefully, you know, another 5 years they'll get out of this truck. Maybe more. That's a big whammer jammer. I need my tripod. 450 to 500 foot-pounds. Yowzes. Let's get this wrapped up. Oh. It's got to go through the bearing. It takes a little longer than that. Well, that's a wrap on this F650. I'm sure Timberwoods is going to be very happy to have their truck back. They know they need it. This is a truck that makes people money, so they don't like them to be down. It unfortunately was down longer than it needed to be because I didn't know it needed brakes until I started taking it apart and started finding broken rotors. We were initially looking at it for the steering problem. It had a power steering leak, which we put power steering lines and a steering gear on it, and it still didn't steer right. So I'm like, we got to do the kingpins. In doing the kingpins, we needed to do wheel seals and pads and rotors, and I'm just like, it'll be done, and then they don't have to worry about anything on the front axle on this truck for quite some time. So good things, it's done. It's time to ship it and let the customers go make money with it, which is what this stuff's about. At any rate, thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe, leave us a comment below. Have a great day.